Hello, everybody. Long Ago Ego here. My name is Jeffrey, and today we are playing Nikki. So, Nikki, you can take it away. Okay, so Nikki is going to play 3/4 point in the lower left. And let's see. I will go across from her in the upper right corner. And as you know, we do mirror what's going on OGS here on Olin Goban in the studio. Okay, so she's going 3/4 stone in the lower right. And I guess we will do a pinwheel. I'll play 3/4 in the upper left. Okay. So she is going high. So I play under. She puts 2 hands on me. So I draw back to the safety of my friend in the corner. She makes herself strong against the cut. And I will do a 2-space up here today. Okay, so Nikki is breaking protocol and going over into the other corner before finishing her first corner sequence.
Oh, shoot. I did, didn't I?
Well, it's not a problem as long as you can recover. Okay, so we follow the same Joseki in this corner as we did in the other one. Okay, I'm just going to do a 1 space here rather than a 2. And of course, just a little bit stronger, but it's not as expansive. Okay, so Nikki is also going a little bit short, 2 space. and going low. I'm getting a bell sound from you, Nikki.
Sorry, it's.
You getting notifications?
Cameron's texting me.
Oh, that's fine. It's not a problem. Keep me awake.
I'm sorry. And it's coming through on my computer, and I don't know.
That's not a problem. Is he still at the office?
No, his friends this weekend.
Oh,
They got an Airbnb.
are they
About an hour away.
fishing?
No, they're gonna play like games and smoke cigars. So.
Okay. A guy's weekend.
Yeah, and yeah.
Okay, so I'm approaching your lower left here. Now, since everybody went, 3, 4, all of the sequences should be the same. However, Nikki just went on the outside.
Sorry, can I undo that?
Oh, you can undo it. Okay.
Oh. Hang on 1 second, my tea's boiling over.
All right. Yeah. So, let's go to this. Yeah. So, had she decided to keep that, then we would end up with this kind of a we would have ended up with that kind of a situation. Okay. But we haven't really covered that, so it's often best to stick with tried and true. Once you are comfortable with the tried and true, you can try some other variations. Oh, no.
No?
No. I just push the wrong button here. Luckily, I'm on the home Goban and not on OGS.
Did you talk to Randy today?
No, I texted him last night for his birthday. Now, you did do a 3-space extension here. Now, if you look at my corners, in the first corner you approached, I did a 2-space. In the second corner, at the upper left, I only did a 1-space. And I mentioned how 1-space is stronger, but not as expansive as a 2-space. Now, going 3 spaces, you're looking for me to drop a stone right in the middle.
Okay.
Now, you should recognize that the attackee here is not the same as the attacker. The attacker has that 3-stone cluster that gives a 2-space wall in 2 different directions. right? So because of that, you can give 3 spaces because of that 2-space wall. Now, you don't have that 2-space wall, so the most you want to do is a 2-space extension.
Right.
Okay. So I will, in fact, do a 3-space extension. Now, if you want to go back and there you go, take care of your first approach, now would be a good time to do that. And then I will approach the 4th corner here. Okay. And we did 3 or 4 opening stones, so all of these Joseki are basically the same. I did a variation of a 1-space extension and a 2-space extension. And Nikki is doing that as well over here. So the 1-space makes this lower right corner a little bit stronger. So she ends up with a 3-space extension to that mid line. Now, here at the bottom, because of this 3rd line stone, I'm going to play low rather than play high. Over here, I played high. Over here, I'm playing low. Here I play high because it works well with my low stone. Here I'm playing low because it confronts Nikki's stone better. Okay, Nikki, now it's up to you. We're finished with the 4 corners. So you have Sente. You get to go where you want.
Where do I want to go?
I see a real good spot for you. In the studio. Okay, so pretty much in the area that I was thinking. I may have gone on the 3rd line rather than the 4th line, but 4th line is fine. So I'm just going to lean on this. Okay, you're going to go over top, and I will block. Now, the saying is, when someone attaches to you, you extend. For example, if someone approaches low to a 3/4 stone, you kick them and they extend. So they got one stone on top of the other. Okay. Now I'm going to go under here. Okay. Now that's what I expected. That's what I would have done. Now I'm going to do a reducing move by playing at the shape point for those 5 stones. Now, if you get to play on J15, that's really good shape. So I'm going to take that away from you, take J15 away from you. Now, of course, if I get to play here, your groups are separated. There's no way to do anything against my stones. So the intent here is to make you a little bit heavy and take away that shape point. So, Nikki, you have an idea of what you should be doing here?
I'm trying to think it through.
Okay.
I didn't see what you did before. Can you do what you did before with the stones on Twitch?
Okay. So
you went to that corner point, right?
Yeah. If I cut you at K16, then you could push from this side. Yeah, if you push from this side, well, I still have ways to run away. If you push from the other side, now I can run in the center, and these 3 stones are in a tight spot. So the appropriate response, of course, is to stay connected, right? You always want to stay connected. And then I'm going to switch and then jump out, because being out into the center with your group is important. Now, I'm not going to worry about J15 too much, because it can move in 2 different directions and a diagonal out as well. So it can move down, left, and diagonal left. So I'm not going to worry about that. That was just to make you a little bit heavy, and be sure you don't get that shape point. Okay, now, you don't want to give your opponent 2 directions around a stone. You don't attach at the head of your opponent's pillar of strength there. Okay, now that's a little bit tight and slow.
Yeah.
Okay, so a better move would be jumping out to L13, right? Keeping some distance from what I'm doing. Now, let me use my marker here. Now, that also creates a sector line with your 3 stones on the left side of this group and the stone you just placed. And I'm now behind the sector line with my J15 stone. Oh, I guess I need to go.
Gotcha. Yep.
I need to go over to this board. It doesn't show up on my live board. Okay. So that'll be coming up on Twitch here in a minute. Now, what I have to decide is if I want to try to escape with J15. And I'm going to say, no, I don't need to escape with it, but I will threaten to rescue it. So J15 is a light stone, right? It makes that group heavy. So if I lose it, it doesn't matter that much. You have to know when you're playing a stone lightly just to get a response from your opponent to help you know what you want to do. Now, that stone may or may not do something more, but it's sort of a thorn until it gets surrounded. Now, if it makes you play some highly defensive moves in order to surround it, then it will have served its purpose by allowing me to be more assertive if you're going to be more defensive. So it's not that valuable to me unless I can pull it out in a way that helps me. But threatening to rescue it with E14 helps me more than trying to escape by running out with it. So, Nikki, are you back?
Yeah, sorry.
Okay. Now I was doing some talking while you were away. Okay. So that's a good response. Now, let's see what else we have on the board. Now, I'm noticing that you have 2 3-space extensions on the right side, which means that I can drop between those on either one. So, which one would I want to do? Now, do I want to go low for an invasion, or do I want to do high for just a reduction? Well, I'm going to live dangerously and go low. Invade. Oh, okay. That's pretty nice move. Okay, so I am going to drop underneath. Oh, you're just going to allow me to connect up? So I was expecting you to block at S13.
13.
S13 because it's on the second line. So that threatens to play S15 and untidy it unless I play S15. Then you could play R13.
Okay, well, I don't want to be stupid. So,
You mean inexperienced?
that too.
I think is the correct term. Okay, so then, of course, I have to block and save that stone. You get to play there. Now, I can try to go underneath. Okay. Um, okay, if you're going to do that, I'm just going to run away with a diagonal. Okay. Now be sure and listen to the stones that you've already played because they tell you what your intent was and maybe what your intent should still be.
Yeah.
Okay, not exactly what I expected. But I don't want to be kept out of the center. Okay, yeah, that's what I expected because,
That was my first. That was what I was going to play before, but then.
yeah. So Q12 is telling me you want to go over the top of my stones because that's the direction of your movement. So P11 continues with that idea. Okay. So that pushes me over the top of your other stone. Now, you should realize that your R10 stone is a long way away from help in the corner. So what you do is going to influence where I go, of course. Okay. Okay. First, I'm going to play this because if you let me take it, then I will be connected to my corner. Okay. That means that I want to go out. Oh, you're going to rescue that stone. And in that case, I'm going to connect up underneath, and that's the first stone off the board. Okay, now I've got a dragon poking out into the center from the right side that's fully alive. So whatever I do with it, it's just destroying anything in its path with no consequences to me. Okay, now again, that is a little bit close. And are you sure it's in the direction you want my stones to go? Now, you heard me when I told you that my dragon is connected to my corner.
I don't know what the dragon is.
Well, a dragon is a line of stones wiggle worming its way somewhere. Usually it's wiggle worming its way into your opponent's semi-secure territory. Now, because I'm going to go to the live board, because I don't have to worry about life for my dragon. I can play here, which is the Atati at 011. And Atati at 011 kills 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 stones. Do you see that?
Yeah.
Okay. So doing a Hane is not what you want to do. You don't want to give me that Atati cutting point. So what you would want to do instead would be extend. Because I don't think this early in the game you want to lose that group. Okay. And I will continue out for the moment. Now, once you get that second stone, that structure is a little bit stronger. So what you need to do is keep in mind that that group of stones is relatively weak, so you need to nurture them. There you go. So that's a pretty good move. Oh, bye. Okay, so I am going to go like this, because I don't want your two groups to link up. And I will be able to either connect back or extend out into the center in order to escape with that stone. So unlike J15, which was a light stone, M12, I'm going to want to keep alive. But you primarily want to keep your big group on the right side alive. There you go. So going over the top is good. Now, I could connect now, but as long as I have two things that I can do, for example, connecting back or running away, I'll keep running away. If I can't run anymore, then I'll connect back. Now, your group is still not out of the woods. Okay, that's good. Okay, so I'm going to abandon my attack on that group for the moment. and see if I can do something in the other direction. Okay. Coming out. I think I want to not have you cut me there. And then I will extend because that's like an attachment. Okay. Well, that's definitely a solid move. You can probably do a similar thing with a more expansive move. But speaking of expansive, I'm going to jump out at the bottom.
Wait 1 second, I just gotta get some more tea.
Okay. This image here is my iPad. So hopefully the microphone, which is here, will pick up the sound from the iPad. Now, if we were doing video, then I would be able to see that. But we're just doing audio today. And so we have the nice sound of Nikki making some tea, I guess.
Okay, sorry. Is that what you asked?
I was just talking about sound.
Oh,
And of course, this is the edge of the monitor that comes over here that I'm watching OGS on.
okay. Light jumped out to the center.
Yep. That is, of course, partially to expand my position from the bottom into the center, but it also helps to restrict or cut off your center group. For example, by attitying a wayward honey. It's very important when we play close to other stones and when we keep distance from other stones. Uh-oh. I hear Grady.
Yeah. Hope Bill's go back to sleep.
That's okay to take a break if you need to. Motherhood comes first.
I know. I'll give him a couple minutes to calm down. And
Yeah.
Will, but I'll.
That's always a good policy.
Yeah.
You don't want to stimulate him by going to check on him. Okay. And I will push on that stone because I have the K6 diagonal to back me up. Just attaching to a stone in free space is never a good idea. Well, not never, but rarely a good idea. But if you have backup, then that's going to work out better. Okay, I'm going to turn the corner here. And then I'll block that. I'm going to start by pushing up here. Now, if I can kill that center group, I'm not going to worry too much about you doing something against my lower edge. I'll just turn. Okay. I'll go one more time. Okay, I'm going to take this stone now. Well, that move was just to be sure that all my groups are connected. Now, I'm not quite sure where that's running away to.
No idea.
Before you start to run, you have to see if there's a place to run to. Okay. Okay. Now I don't think it's worthwhile leaving that stone attainable. Okay, so you're going to take that. That's your first stone. And I will take those. Because then I don't have to worry about that causing any problems. Okay, so now you connect, and I will defend over here. Oops, error submitting move. Okay, OGS is thinking here. Okay, you do that. There we go. Now we're back.
He went back to sleep.
That's good.
Hallelujah. Yep.
Okay, now I'm tired of pushing in that direction. So I will just connect this group back to my corner. Okay. Oh, let's see. I think I'll just connect in that way. I could have taken the stone, which may actually be better, but I don't know. We'll do this instead. Oh, having some Twitch problems. Okay, so you're going to extend, which is good. I think I will extend once as well. All right, any followers on Twitch, which I don't think we have any live followers, so that's good. And so what's nice about having a secret channel. It doesn't matter what happens. Okay, so you're going to do that. Now, here I'm going to take care of the top by dropping down. So that one stone was in a tutty situation. Now it is not. So I erased the tutty and reduction from putting it into a tutty by you and introduced the idea of a monkey jump against the top into your space. So blocking that is a good idea. Okay, now I'm going to do the same down here. I'm going to push once. Just refresh that. That's what it needs. Oh, sorry. Now, when it comes to attacks on your corner, you got to be real careful. This is not an immediate problem because I'm going to want to protect that cutting point. Okay, I'm going to kick that stone to widen that side of the base a little bit more. And I'll drop down. You know, you need to be careful, right? Think of this as a sumigo problem.
Ugh, hate those.
Well, they're essential. Ooh. What am I attacking?
The corner?
Yeah. You're confident in that move?
I mean, no, it wasn't.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see. Okay, I have to calculate a little bit here. Hmm. Now, just because I'm following you over here doesn't mean I'm finished with your corner. There you go. Um, yeah, me cutting there would have been a very bad thing. Okay. I'm going to go over here. The corner. Make my pocket a little deeper. Oh, Twitch came back. It was down there for a few minutes, 5 minutes. Okay, now that's a little bit tight. Okay, that's also a little bit tight, but what can you do? Oh, you saw where I just played, right? Letting me get my nose into that upper area will not be good for you. Yeah. Oops. There. Okay. And I'll just extend. That's pretty unassailable.
That the best move?
Well, I can't cut because it's a tiger's mouth, right?
Yes, you're correct.
And you've got a pocket there. I've got a single stone within that pocket, but you've got eye shape everywhere. So there's nothing I can do inside of that structure. So putting another stone inside that structure is taking points away from yourself. Okay. Connect. Okay, so OGS doesn't like that, so we'll let it reset and play it again. Okay.
Are you paused or something?
No, it's sometimes OGS doesn't like the electronics involved in what you do, so it has to reset itself. So, yeah. So right now I'm seeing that you're paused by the server.
Me too.
Oh, I'm paused by the server as well. So, this seems to be an OGS problem. Oh, you made a move. Okay. Well, I will respond to that. I guess it's not affecting the game. Yeah. I'll just connect that straight over. Don't want to give you any cutting points to mess with. And I'm just going to connect there, which will mean I don't have to worry later about some kind of a tutty happening. And that's all dame down in there, so being fancy is not going to get me any extra points. Okay, that's a good spot. Now, Nikki, you're getting down to where Byoyomi is going to start. When Byoyomi starts, you'll have 40 seconds to make every move, or you're going to lose a Byoyomi period. And we have 5 Byoyomi periods. So just be timely about making your moves. We're at the end, so there's nothing super big to worry about. Now, I'm going to play up here. Yeah, so over here on the live board, if I were to play there, oh, if I were to play there, Nikki would have to play there. Then I could come back. Nikki plays here, and then I connect. But he prevents that by playing there. And I will block. All kinds of things you can do on the edge. So you want to be sure your opponent can't do them to you. Okay. Now I've been holding off, but I'm going to have to punish you for thinking you can do something underneath my N2 stone. Yeah, you needed to follow up and block that or protect it. And of course, I cannot play at P1 because that would put me into self-fatati. Now here you could have gone one space up on the Q line rather than the R line. But
I thought about it.
Yeah.
I didn't think I could do that.
Yeah, I don't see that there'd be any problem. That's inside your own group. If you're going to do anything there in that area, just fill the Atari at 7E. Yeah, that cut doesn't. Now, if I were to take the 7D stone, then me cutting at F9 would actually put something into a tutty, but you just connect, so it wouldn't go very far. But I probably would have played at P5. So I'll play at Q5. Which you can push if you want. There you go. Now another push should just be dame, so. So you can play P1 to take 1 point away from me. Then you could either fill in the Atari at L8 or just push down at 13 line at G or H. Oh, sorry. Need to fill in. Oh, I'm in Byoyomi, so I better be careful. I don't have the sound on, so I can't hear the Byoyomi starts. I don't want to lose on time. That would be an old man thing to do. So I think just pushing at 13G is the only thing left to do. Everything else is dame. Oh. And I'm missing a lot of stones over here. I think I'm. I think we can just pass. Okay, so I have a captured, you have a captured. I believe that's it. Okay, 62.5.
Okay. Not my best. Not my worst.
There you go. Well, you've got two big corners. You got the top and you got a living group in the center. So the important thing is you didn't lose any groups. So that's always a positive thing.
Yes. Yes, it is.
However, I was sort of generous with the lower left corner.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Yeah, so corners and edges are where you really need to pay attention, right? If you don't have a big corner, like the bottom right is big. Now, you could have connected over at some time and connected the lower left to that center group, right? That pillar coming down.
Yeah.
And that would have made it more secure and not threatenable. Okay, so that's it. We'll post it and get the analysis done. Thank you, Nikki.
Thank you. Okay.
Night.